Hello friends, welcome to a new series I'm doing called Create a Character Showcase. Original idea. Pretty much what I'll be doing is talking about and kind of showing off characters I've made in tabletop games and in other video games. Because I put some effort into the characters I create most of the time, and I want to share them with the world. You may learn something, you may laugh at some of the stupid stuff I do. This is just gonna be kind of a fun little thing. First thing I'll be showing you is a character I made in Vampire The Masquerade 5th edition. Before we get into that, this character sheet I'm using is my preferred one for the game, on computer and off the computer. I will link in the description down below where you can download it yourself, but it's a neat little PDF file here where you can actually go through and select what you want instead of actually just writing it in. As you can see, there's no like La Sombra or ministry members added. They need to fix that, but hey, for what it is, I think it's pretty good. Whoop. But yeah, a little backstory. I've not really played a whole lot of Vampire the Masquerade outside of the video game Bloodlines. So when I started playing Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition this year, I used that as a basis. So what I did was I took, we'll get to this later, I took pretty much the character look and idea from the first Vampire the Masquerade for the Gangrel. Now, why I chose the Gangrel in the first place, because the quiz there at the very beginning of the game lets you helps you pick a clan. As a newbie into the series, I didn't know what clan I wanted to pick. It gave me Gangrel most of the time, and some of the times it gave me Tremere. Excuse me. The Tremere angle will come in later, but yeah. Bloodlines 1 Gangrel, I have to clarify that because there's a second one coming out, is what I based my character off originally. But when I started actually going through the skills and looking through the book, I decided to change it to a private investigator. Now, how I had my character originally was he's pretty much a Rage Against the Machines fan, got the red dreadlocks and all that stuff. But the only Gangrel that I knew of was the wrestler Gangrel, David Heath himself. So I kind of made him a really amateur wrestler in my head in the very beginning. But like I said, started looking through the skills, and it just changed drastically, especially with what the little bit the storyteller in our game told us it was going to be. And I have I'm not a huge fan, but I have a slight I love the noir theme and that time period. So I really wanted to go with that because with the story the storyteller was giving us, there was like a murder mystery thing going on. So I feel like that made more sense than this wrestler dude. I really like the time period, or not the time, the aesthetics from the time period. You know, very Maltese Falcon looking motherfucker here. But yeah. Reason for the name Bartholomew Heath. Well, first and foremost, Bartholomew comes from a song by a silent comedy called Bartholomew, which is really good. I recommend you check it out. And the second thing is, if I remember right, in the Bible, Jesus Christ has a couple followers. One of them is called Bartholomew, but on the wiki page it says that sometimes it can be changed with Nathaniel. So I had the idea of making Bartholomew a new name that he took on when he got embraced. His real name is Nathan Nathaniel Bartholomew. Hey, kind of works. Heath, going back to David Heath, is a reference to him. I'm not sure if I have that as his real name, last name or not. I'm kind of debating on whether or not I should do that. But the reason for 12th generation, storyteller pretty much told us 12th for 13th generation. I feel like I probably should have went 13th instead, but I didn't want to hold the idiot ball for too long, if you know what I mean. I didn't want to be like, oh, what's a vampire? I don't know, because that would just annoy the fuck out of me. Other people in the group play that, and I have nothing against them. It's just me personally. That would drive me insane to hold that idiot ball and go, what's a ghoul? But within my character's backstory, it probably would have made more sense for 13th generation, because 12th gen has him kind of dicking around for like 8 years not doing anything, and that's kind of not believable, but whatever. Or it is believable. I don't know. Stuck in a lull. Whatever. Predator type is Siren. There's kind of a reason for that in the backstory, but don't want to give too much away just in case some of the coterie members I'm a part of are listening to this. Attributes, I'm sure there's going to be someone who's going to kind of yell at me and correct me, but that's fine. I just kind of put stuff where I thought it was good. And that's one thing I really like about Vampire the Masquerade, is it's not really... It is, but it isn't like stat-oriented. Like, you can have a shitty character, but if you play him right, you're fine. But I'm not sure if this is the most optimal build for a investigator. I was kind of imagining him as being like Columbo-esque in a way, where he acts dumb, but he's really fucking smart. But, I just kind of threw stuff in there. Skill-wise, once again, going with the investigating angle, I put everything into what I thought would be good for an investigator type. Now you can see I have specialties down with question marks. Those are things I plan to get in the future, or may get rid of, not sure yet. Like battle against kindreds. Ooh, that reminds me. Reason why I have ambition desire blank is I have it on my actual character sheet, but they kind of change somewhat frequently to where the point I get tired of like erasing and writing them down. Pretty much where he is he wants to be in a position of fuck you in the kindred society, where he wants to be left alone, doesn't want to be fucked with, and he wants to protect his girlfriend. So, pretty good thing. And to become kind of in that position of fuck you, you have to be somewhat feared. Killing other kindred is probably good in that regard. Now, a lot of these are character-based, like, instincts, goes with Gangrel, deduction, goes with investigator type, but stuff like motorcycle, that is more story-based than character-based. For example, motorcycle, his girlfriend actually rides a motorcycle within the story, so he's trying to learn how to ride the motorcycle. Same thing here for dancing. Why would he need dancing? He kind of, as a semi-first date, did a shitty dance with her. Hey, it's kind of cute, and he may want to actually learn how to do that. But everything else here is, like I said, more based upon his clan, and also his job type, like hunting, tracking, goes with the whole searching angle and whatnot, silent movements, and some of these I'm probably going to get rid of, like security analysis. With, investigation, he may already know, like, what a fucking security camera is and where it would be placed, so he may not need that. The reason why I have revolvers and handgun here is within the book, it gives you a list of examples of specialties you can have, and at the end of the firearm one, it says snipers. That is a huge fucking range of possibilities you can use with that. I could have a fucking revolver, like a high fucking powered revolver, put a scope on it and go like, that's my sniper. It's, I don't know. It seems weird. I still need to talk to my storyteller about whether or not I want to use revolver handgun. If she allows handgun, holy shit, that's going to be awesome. But, revolver would be fine. The reason why I use revolvers is, once again, going with the noir theme. There are some noir stories where, you have a 1911 or something like that, but I like the revolver because it also goes with the whole not leaving a lot of trail or a lot of evidence behind that he was there. Granted, you could, nowadays you can actually look at the bullet and shit like that, but whatever. Going to too much there. Insight, detect lies, doing some LA Noir shit here. Animal keen with pacification, have that because of animalism. Just kind of bouncing around. Seduction with persuasion, that goes with the siren ability. Intimidation, stare down. I don't see Bartholomew as a very verbally threatening person, but if he like looks at you and stares you down, you get a little bit intimidated. He's a very city-oriented Gangrel, so he needs some streetwise. I'm not sure if I'm going to use urban survival or black market. Subterfuge, I'm not sure if I want to make him a liar, because that kind of goes against one of his convictions in a way. But it is kind of funny. Like, I don't want to make him a liar, but the first thing I did with him was lie, and I failed at it horribly. But maybe something I need to do. Academics, not that smart of a dude. Medicine with veterinarian. Wants to keep his animals healthy. The reason for occult and possible blood magic is not because he's wanting to become a John Constantine looking motherfucker. Even though there's someone within the group that is John Constantine, and I have mad respects for that. But going back to what I said earlier, one of the other clans I got within the Bloodlines quiz was Tremere. So I'm kind of making this character a Gangrel Tremere hybrid. Whether or not that actually works, we'll find out. But within the story, it's working out pretty well. There's another Tremere within the group, and he's Bartholomew has a deal with them to kind of train / give them abilities. So we'll see how that goes. But that's the only reason why for blood magic and occult. Touchstones, I went with very what I thought would be very good for an investigator or someone with that kind of background. Protect the innocent from harm and always keep your sworn word. I'm not going to talk about these two characters just because it has not been mentioned yet within the story, and just in case the coterie members or people I play with are watching this fucking video, I want them to be surprised. I don't want them to know anything about this. Speaking of which, where the hell? My sire disappeared. I have no idea where that went. Odd. But let's talk about her. That's so weird. I don't remember deleting that. Anyway, not important. My sire's name, which I came up with, comes from Scott Pilgrim, because I really love Scott Pilgrim. Roxanne is one of the evil exes of Ramona Flowers. Roxy. I can't remember what is the preferred name. I think in the books it's Roxy, and in the movie it's this Roxy. But it doesn't matter. I use both because she's been around a while. People have called and spelled it different ways. Haynes actually comes from the lead singer of Metric, last name, to be fact. And if you know a lot about Scott Pilgrim, that character is the basis of Envy from Scott Pilgrim. So, hey, I like my references. I'm not that... I like coming up with names, but I steal a lot from other places and just combine them. But I think that's what everyone does. Not sure. Clanbane, standard stuff, and I have the impulse, or the, I can't remember what it's called, but it's not a Bane exactly, but I have that down just as a reminder to be a little bit more animalistic as I get more hungry. I've been trying to do that more like growling in my way I play, but whether or not it works so well. Humanity still has good humanity. I'm not making him a monster or anything like that. I want him to stay good, even though he may do some bad shit. Disciplines. As soon as you people have saw this, you probably went, what the fuck? This is a lot. And it is. Like with specialty, with the question marks, this is kind of the same way, but also stuff I want to do and stuff I will probably not do. You can see where he's at, 3 for animalism, 3 for fortitude, 2 for protean, so, feral weapons, wind of feather, whatever. And all these other ones are abilities he wants to get from Tremere's, because these 3 are Tremere abilities. Not sure about rituals, if he's going to go that far into it, but whatever. But yeah, the reason why I may not do a lot of these anyway, because I'm not sure if it fits who Bartholomew Heath is right now. Oh, by the way, even though I kind of skipped over it, I kind of summarized the name just as Bart, because Bartholomew is kind of hard to pronounce, even within the game, even though it's been going on for months. So I just I took a little joke from Deadly Premonition whenever Agent York introduces himself. He says, "Oh, I'm blah blah blah," but people call me blah. So I did that. Hey, I'm Bartholomew Heath, but everyone calls me Bart. Hey, that's easy. Even though no one calls him Bart. I think... No, last game someone did. So yeah, it took him like 6 games. Whatever. Sorry if I'm bouncing around everywhere. This was not planned at all. So this is just a fun little thing. But yeah, I'm not sure if some of these abilities fit who Bart is now within the story. Like, I already deleted some of the blood sorcery stuff. A lot of it gets more into the offensive side of things, and I'm not sure if that's something he would be okay with. I left Corrosive Vitae as a maybe, just because, hey, I'm like chained up or something like that. Oh, I can just like force myself to get a cut and start bleeding and like burn the fucking chains away. But once again, mist form or change into an animal, that kind of negates that ability anyway. But a lot of this is a lot of this has to do with finding somebody or being able to find somebody or seeing somebody. So taste for blood, spirit touch, scry the soul, all that stuff would be good. Premonition, I don't know if he would be into that if he had the choice. Same thing for dominate. Like, a lot of that is a maybe, just because cloud memory would be good and a oh shit, forget this fuckery that's going on because you got to keep up the masquerade. Compel and mesmerize, I have as maybe. And rationalization, just because if the DM just wants to, or storyteller wants to fuck with me, if someone's hiding information, to get them to tell you what you want to know. Going back to the LA Noir thing, but once again, I have detect lies and also some persuasion, so I'm not sure if that could be a different way to go about it. Of, I'm trying to be nice about it, now I'm going to use my ability. That's just for the Tremere side. For the Gangrel side, for like shape change and mist form and animal dominion, I'm not sure if, once again, that would fit what Bart is going for. He is a very city-oriented person, so doing that kind of shit around people probably would not be a good idea. And another thing you probably realize from this is a lot of abilities to have, or a lot of disciplines. And I realize that, and I'm probably fucking my character by just focusing on my disciplines at the moment, because I'm ignoring attributes and skills. So my dice rolls are going to be kind of shit until I get to a point where I'm just happy with my disciplines. But what I'm doing in the story right now, my Tremere side will be 100% based on the Tremere in my group. So if he doesn't have taste for blood, I will never be able to get that ability. Well, never say never. May have to drink a motherfucker, but we'll see. Biography. True age 40, apparent age 27, date of birth 5/24/79, date of death 6/06/06. Hopefully that'll make sense. The reason for the day of death, it is a joke, and it fits into how my sire acts. She's a huge bitch. She pretty much acts like a more stable Therese Vorban, but still a bitch. She likes playing games, so I see that as a joke played on Bart. They don't have a really good relationship, but once again, keeping that a secret. We'll go into that later. Resources, he makes some money. He has a investigator business, so he makes a little money. Enemies, going with the sire thing, he has a ex-lover, or ex-lover who hates him. This is something I need to double check with my storyteller about. He, with it, because he's a lucky motherfucker apparently, has managed to befriend the Gangrel Primogen in this Camarilla area. Oh yeah, forgot to mention this is all Camarilla. At the moment, anyway. May change later. Who knows? But yeah, he managed to befriend the fucking Primogen Gangrel. So that's pretty fucking neat. I need to double check and make sure I can put that down on my character sheet. So, hey, cute little thing. Yeah, the Primogen is called Freya. She's pretty cool so far, pretty lenient, but there's a scary fucking side of her I don't think we've seen yet. Merits, looks beautiful, siren thing. Eat food, I just put that there just because where he does have an investigator business, he is also working with humans as well. Granted, nighttime, but he still has to have the appearance of being a human. So if they're like, hey, can you be at this restaurant? Sure, I'll eat, blah, blah, blah. Make himself look human. Bond resistance and short bond. This goes to more of his backstory, so I won't talk too much about it, but he does not like being controlled. And saying that you're in your head, you should be like, well, he's a part of the Camarilla. Shouldn't he hate that too? Yes, he actually does. But he has self-preservation in mind to where even though he hates being controlled, this is where he is at the moment. He needs to get into the position of fuck you, but until then, he's going to act nice. Like, so far, I think there's a clash coming between him and the prince, possibly. Or he may say something to the prince that the prince may not like. Flaws, I kind of like the old Dracula and Fright Night movie. So, he has to be invited in. That has not messed with him so far because a lot of the places have been public. But Stigmata has, going with the whole religious angle, has potentially fucked him. Because he gets hungry a lot. And, he gets hungry a lot, and the only time this has actually, the only time this is activated was when he was actually around his coterie members. So that's been good. It's not been in public yet, but I foresee it happening one day. Haven, Wits and Weirdness, Investigating. Kind of a funny meta joke. Within our game, Wits and Awareness is used a lot, and one of the people I played with made a joke that Wits and Awareness would be a good business name. So I took that for my investigator business name. Before, I made it my character's name plus another character's name, because we're working together. But I was like, no, Wits and Awareness, that's fucking hilarious and good. This is pretty much a apartment he's taken, which is his haven, and made it into an office. Which is really stupid, considering we have Second Inquisition people showing up in our story. But I'm trying to stay away from my haven, that way no one tracks me to it. But I may have to go back there eventually. Anyway, experience, 20 experience so far. Once again, some of this stuff I was actually given, so if it doesn't match up, whatever. Weapons. Let's see. Going with the whole detective angle, Colt Cobra 38 Special. Show you the look of that. I really like how, it's really stupid, but air quotes modern looking this is compared to this, because this is what they would probably have as a detective or something like that. I probably need to actually, within the game, give my character this, but for right now, I really like this look. It's not like it matters anyway. Knife, Spyderco Delica 4. I really like this knife. I use this knife in real life. I really like Spyderco knives. I would very much recommend you buy one. They are absolutely fucking amazing. AR-15, got this from a early Second Inquisition member. Nothing special to it. It was just an AR-15. Technically, it should be an M4, but whatever. We're going with AR-15 because that's what the storyteller said. I know some stuff about guns. I'm just going to leave that alone. But it got bent because I kind of pissed off the Bruja in our group, and he didn't break it, but he bent the barrel. So what I plan on doing, and it won't work the way I think it will, but you never know, I'm going to bend it back as much as I can and make it a trap gun, because the barrel has to be lined so the bullet goes through, but I'm going to keep it slightly bent to where the bullet won't go through, and hopefully it'll blow up the gun, or at least cause massive damage to the person firing it. Glock 22 was given it later on after kind of shit went down and it got handed to me. Second edition knife and handgun, I need to double check with my storyteller, or I need Bart to actually check these weapons to see if there's something fucked with them, because I think there is. That's why I have a question mark there, because something crazy happened when one of the guns got shot, so I'm not sure if it's the same gun or just another Glock or something like that. Appearance, like I said before, I was going to make him look like the Gangrel from Blood Eyes 1, but I decided to also keep, I've done this, I've had to redo this video multiple times, so sorry if I'm not explaining this well enough, but I decided to actually make him look 100% like David Heath, the Gangrel himself, because I thought that was just kind of funny and awesome. Because his name is based off of Vampire The Masquerade, so I thought it fit very well. Look-wise, his first outfit was based off of Sebastian from Evil Within 1. Trench coat, red tie, vest, without the trench coat, looks like that. Just without that lantern he has in the game. And not that exact gun either. He also has kind of like a stubble like this as well. This second outfit, though, is more of this Sherlock Holmes looking motherfucker here from the TV show Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch. Cumberbum. Which I think looks better and more modern than this. And it kind of goes with the Colt Cobra. The only thing is, the storyteller also gave me the Sherlock hat, and I fucking refuse to be that fucking meta about it. So, this outfit right here, on a huge motherfucker who looks like this. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's cool. I don't care. Fuck you. Features and blonde hair, blue eyes. History. Not gonna get a whole lot into his backstory, but he has had a shit he has had kind of a shit life in a way, and he kind of views becoming a kindred as a new fresh start. And he's kind of standoffish in a way with his other members, but in my head, he's more of the father figure or the uncle of the group. Like, he's trying to correct like some of the bullshit they do and make sure no one gets killed. But I didn't want to make him like a asshole without reason, because I don't think that's fun. That's kind of it. Oh, going with animalism, he has a pet raven called Heidi. He only uses her as a scout, never to attack, because he really likes his bird. Doesn't want his animal to, get hurt or die. Mainly because he has nothing that actually powers up the animal. So putting the raven into a combat scenario would be really bad. Yeah, that's kind of about it, and all I kind of want to share. Everything else is really stuff the coterie will find out in time about Bartholomew Heath, or Mr. Heath. But yeah, hopefully you liked this video. Hopefully it gave you some idea of how to make a character, or something to laugh at. I don't know. I think I think the moral of this video is your character may start out one way, but will end up a different way when you actually start getting into the game. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about creating a character and just kind of go with it. Go with the flow and all that stuff. But that'll be about it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Hope you liked it. Take care, everybody. And look forward to more of this shenanigans. Bye.